5 reasons why the Warriors can win. And I think I broke this down pretty well. Positional advantage is the first reason. It's pretty simple. You line both teams up on paper, the 5 starting positions. The Warriors are better at 3 out of the 5 positions. And the one you can make a case on my second reason is a wash. So, Curry versus Irving. Even if you don't have a low opinion of Irving like I do, which I don't even have a low opinion of the man, I just, once again, it's like LeBron, the view of him and how he's portrayed, I have an issue with. Curry's a better player. 2-time league MVP, the greatest shooter we've ever seen. You're not going to convince me that Irving's a better player than Steph Curry, even if you love Kyrie Irving. Klay Thompson over whoever Cleveland starts at the 2, Klay Thompson is the better player. LeBron versus Durant, yes, LeBron is the better player. I think the gap's not as big as everyone thinks it is, but LeBron wins. We're just checking X's and O's. LeBron has the advantage. You take at the 4, Draymond Green versus Kevin Love. I'm going to take Green, and I understand, and I will give credit. Kevin Love has had an amazing playoffs. Amazing. I still kind of think, he looks like he should be delivering donuts in my mail. At center, you have McGee versus Thompson. Tristan Thompson wins this in terms of positional advantage, but I will get to McGee here in a second. But Tristan Thompson, who I've been quite impressed with, like, everyone needs kind of like that tough physical player, just, that dog mentality, which is what Draymond Green does for the Warriors. And Tristan Thompson, especially the last 20 games or so, he's done that for these Cavaliers. So Tristan Thompson wins the positional advantage, but the Warriors win the overall positional advantage. Reason 2, style of play. The style of play the Cavaliers are doing or playing is what the Warriors have been doing for the last 3 years. And the Cavs aren't the only team. A lot of the league is just playing small ball, is trying to, they're just trying to keep up with Golden State. It's like, well, if they're going to do it and they're going to beat us by 40 points, we're going to try the same thing. What is it? Imitation's the highest form of flattery. That's what the league's doing. And the Cavs are no different. The Cavs have the slight advantage of the Cavs can do it with the best player on the planet, which helps. But the style of play clearly favors the Warriors because not only are they just outright better at it, the Cavs are trying to copy just to keep up. The Warriors have better shooters, been doing it longer, and the system consistency, I'll always highly regard consistency. And they've been consistent at it for 3 years, while Cleveland's been doing it for about a year and a half and played lackadaisical the whole second half of the NBA season. Style of play goes to the Warriors. Defense, reason number 3. It's really weird when you think of the Warriors as a defensive team because obviously they can score 130, 140 points whenever they want. And you're like, wow, they beat a team by 40, even if it was 160 to 120. But their defensive efficiency, which they were number 2 in the league at, is far better than Cleveland, which even though Cleveland, yes, I get it, they coasted through the season and they're showing here in the playoffs that they can ramp it up and play really good defense. They still don't have great individual defenders, and I'd make the case that both Irving can't defend anyone. J.R. Smith he can't spell defense. He never has. Kevin Love, once again, if defense was a house he had to send mail to, he would have missed it. Tristan Thompson's tough, rugged. He's just kind of more of like the backyard bully defender, which is fine, fits his role, but not a great overall defender. And LeBron, I mean, he's just 6'8", 250 and runs too fast. I'm like, he can play defense, but he's going to be guarding Durant, which I don't know how great of a defender he's going to be in that. I think that matchup is more so a wash. Like, I think they're both going to get their points. Like, whereas on the Warriors side, yeah, Steph Curry can't play defense either. Klay Thompson's an All-NBA first-team defender when he needs to be. Kevin Durant's playing the best defense of his career. Now that doesn't have to do so much on the offensive end. Draymond Green's, if between him and Leonard, are 1A, 1B, the best defender in the league. And JaVale McGee and Zaza Pachulia, can't wait, I would love to say that name. That's all they can do is play defense. And JaVale McGee can mess it up too. Not to internet bully JaVale McGee. That was an issue a couple months ago. So, because grown men getting bullied on the internet. Defensively, once again, goes to the Warriors. Vegas goes to the Warriors. I made the video the other day, if you saw it, talking about Vegas predicting Game 3. You know what Vegas does a really good job at? Being right. Not so much that they predict the games outright, but knowing where the game's headed. Like I made the case in my other video. There's a reason why we wake up at early hours to go to work, and Vegas just builds more skyscrapers. And you know what they do it with? That money you just woke up at early hours to go to work to make. Vegas favors the Warriors and favors them handily, which shows when they have to favor someone handily, that's only so they can get action on both sides. So it's like if I put the Warriors up by 15, you're like, well, of course the Cavs aren't going to get blown out, so I'm going to put money on them. But it shows you where the money is heading and that the Warriors have the clear advantage. And I'm going to roll with Vegas in most scenarios because they got more money than me. And the fifth reason is Steph Curry, and this is a personal thing. I think Steph Curry is one of the few players who's been in the league that's really wanted to challenge LeBron. Like, I think too many guys I've seen like this year and last year and even the last couple years really that just kind of they get starstruck. Like they see him do something and they're just like, oh my gosh, like a human being shouldn't be able to do that. And I get it. It was probably the same with Jordan. You're like, did he really just drop 50 on me? Bro, we still got 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. You got 50 points. Slow the fuck down. Like, but Steph really doesn't care. He's almost got the little guy, I'm angry at everyone taller than me mentality, which helps him out in a lot of cases. You know, he's got 2 MVPs. I'm not going to argue with the man. And he got so much criticism for playing bad last year and then supposedly playing bad the year before, even though his team won in 6 and he averaged 26 a game. I think he's really thinking, like, you know what? They really don't think I'm in this guy's league. And he's going to let him know he's not only in his league. I personally believe, unless drastic changes, I think the Warriors win this year, which I'm not saying right now because I'm not giving away my opinion until later. I think that they're going to go on a pretty good run. And I think they win the next 2 as well. And I think Curry's going to end up anywhere between 3 to 5 rings. Saving myself. So once again, positional advantage, style of play, defense, Vegas, Steph Curry. I think a pretty good 5 reasons. I'd feel pretty confident if that's what I had in my favor.